Alright, so Liquid's down. Meryl's alive. Let's get... Yeah,
What about him?
Snake's right.
Where is Otacon?
They fixed it in this version. She actually called him Otacon, because in the original
Oh yeah,
she
she called him
Otacon.
Otacon in the original.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a pronunciation error there.
He's fighting for us too?
Is this the same lady that voiced Meryl in the original?
Yeah, all the same voice actors.
Okay, so she got it correct.
The only difference now is a re-record, and that re-record at least helped them this time catch an error.
But not their expressions and the way they sound, because it sounds deadpan still, in my opinion. The greatest example is when they're in the Gray Fox fight, where he's like, "I've been waiting for this pain," and he just sounds like, "I've been waiting for this pain." But yeah, that's just my opinion.
Snake.
Meryl.
Yes, guys, we're supposed to be getting out of here. Did you forget about the second bombing?
I must be heavy.
Looks like we're not gonna have a love scene after all.
Looks that way. Too bad.
Oh yes, because I love making love in the middle of a battlefield that's about ready to be nuked.
I
Right?
need some clothes.
Oh, they took out one of the best lines. I just remember that. She's like, you need to get something on because it's freezing out there, which made more sense than just, you need some clothes.
There's my sneaking suit.
Although, him still delivering
the
that
sound
line of
effect
"there's
of
my
him
sneaking
pointing.
suit" is still hilarious.
Hurry
Yeah.
Wait, also, where did the vest come from?
Oh, Liquid had it out for her. He's like, here.
I love that they had the sound effect of him pointing to it too. It's so
Yeah, like, Meryl, look.
Looking good, Snake.
He's been wearing the same clothes the whole time, Meryl.
Thanks, you look like you're gonna get on the back of a boat to go on a fishing trip. Doesn't look like snow-worthy weather, I'm just saying.
Like, Snake's outfit at least has long sleeve. Hers is still sleeveless. What is that gonna do in the middle of Alaska? So yeah, we don't get our precious guns anymore, and all we can pick up is a couple rations. Also, cry face, because this is gonna be our last save.
They've placed the colonel under arrest. I don't know what I should do. This will probably be your last save.
I'm gonna miss those proverbs of yours.
You know, the ones we skipped throughout the whole playthrough?
I have a favor to ask you. Make a hard copy of all the Kodak conversation data.
That's a smart idea.
I want some insurance.
Follow that 3-2-1 rule, and don't tell the people in charge.
yeah.
Right? For some reason, my memory card A on the emulator would not save, so I had to use memory card B.
Safe for me.
Yeah, it
I don't know
could
if
be
it was,
either
like,
like
some kind of
corrupted
error.
files or maybe it wasn't mounted right.
Maybe.
Can't call Nastasha
No, I wanted...
Otacon.
Nope. You can't
Yeah, there's a
call
lot
nobody.
of characters right now you
Let's
just
call
flat
Master.
can't call. Yeah, I was gonna say,
Can
hey
you
Master,
call
how you
Meryl?
doing? Oh wait, I shoved them off of a Metal Gear.
Damn, Buster Balin's camera.
Could you call Meryl?
Snake, I'm right here.
Oh no.
Like when you play Sorry or Saw in front of Sorry on the Lost Woods, and she's like, dude, seriously? You're like 5 feet in front of me.
So, we don't, like I said, we don't have our guns, so we have to rely on physical attacks, like punching and kicking.
I don't know, these cars have mounted
Meryl-
guns, Snake, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Meryl's going to drive, so your mission for this is just shoot the bad guys and blow up the barrels. Make it a path for escape route at this point. And yes, there was only 3 rations in that area. You can look all over, you will not find more than 3. So, having the 5 limit ration here is kind of I feel like I've been cheated.
Snake, you good there? You're kind of going through the Jeep.
Now, you can do this without first person mode, but why?
Yeah, why would you not use first person?
Yeah, well, I mean, the original game was designed to go through this without first person, but the camera was entirely different. It was more top-down. So, much easier to aim in a third person. But here, yeah, it's kind of a mess. Although it doesn't help when you get hit and your camera just jerks up.
Yeah, that's the
Some
bad
things
thing.
don't need to be realistic.
As long as you shoot one barrel and open up one of the gates, Meryl will be like, okay, that's enough, let's go. The game literally does not force you to take both down because the AI, the character AI, doesn't know what it's doing. Otacon, is that you?
Hey, look, he got out after all.
Aw.
Oh man, what the heck?
I know it. No body, that means no death.
Well, he did say he won't die unless we die, so maybe he was right about that. Also, I'm blind!
Turn off your brights.
God. Yeah. This is that feeling when you're driving down the street and someone has the high beams on. Man, I wish it was
an
legal to
asshole.
shoot out the high
Asshole.
beams, but if I do that, I'm arrested.
So yeah, Liquid is actually gonna play it kind of smart here. I say kind of for a reason. You hit him, and then he'll dodge the next wave of bullets, and then you can hit him again. So, no matter how many times you shoot at him, it's programmed to be that way. Once he gets to the side view here, all you gotta do is just take him out, and you're pretty much done. The game is over. This is your last playable part of the game, I guess you could say. And that's it. Now we just watch the ending.
That was a lot quicker than when I did it. Maybe
Well,
I
we are
just had
playing on
struggled on
easy.
the boss when I was a kid. Or when I shouldn't say kid, a couple years ago that when I played those.
You guys still want some action scenes? Here you go. So, Meryl gets knocked out here, which makes sense because, you know, Liquid kind of crashed into his heart. If
Sorry,
this
she
was
looks like she had
Otacon,
whiplash though. Like it looked like she snapped her neck.
I was like, what is this?
What is
Thank
this
you.
Matrix
All right.
nonsense?
Alright, sure. You can't have the ending of a game this ludicrous without one more ludicrous scene. Also, use your
but-
fist, dude. Why are we using your head for every hit?
But
God, now I have a headache just watching.
so
For a second there, I thought he hit him with like a propane canister at first instead of his fist.
Takes out the Hank Hill strats. Propane and propane accessory beatdown.
So Meryl gets knocked out, which makes sense because Liquid kind of hit the front of the car pretty hard, knocked her around. If this was Otacon's, the only thing that happens to Otacon is his glasses gets knocked off and he has to reach up onto the floorboard to try to find it. And Snake's like, Otacon, Liquid's right there. But we're fine. She's fine. He's still alive, by the way.
Snake.
He doesn't care about Meryl. He just wants Snake down. So remember when I said Snake is literally a walking virus?
Fox.
No, you killed him, man.
Die.
Well, that was
No, hold on, it's not over yet. They do something funny here.
Yeah, he's clearly dead, right? Oh, hang on. One last
Nope.
breath.
Nope. Not yet. Hold on, Snake. Let me get up. Let me get up here.
I'll shrug this heart attack off. Everything will be fine.
You know, this is like when you're in like a best 2 out of 3 game, and this is like game number 8, and you still won't give up. By the way, 8 losses in a row.
Yep. So he literally stood up, looked at him, was like, "What's up?" and then dies.
He couldn't shrug that heart attack off after all.
He's officially dead now, like legit dead now.
I don't know if I would trust it. I would burn the body and shoot it with the rest of your ammo on the back of the truck just to be safe.
Throw it off the cliff into the ocean.
Say it, Snake.
What happened to the air raid?
Yeah, what? Yeah.
No stealth bombers in sight.
I thought we were getting bombed.
Snake, that's the point. They're stealth bombers. They're not, you gotta see me bombers.
Snake, can you hear me?
Colonel.
Are you
Colonel's okay.
Colonel, what happened?
The Secretary of Defense has been arrested. Early retirement.
Wait, you can get arrested for retiring early? Uh-oh.
Contact with the president. Metal Gear.
When was that all made?
All of it. It was all the Secretary of Defense acting
No, like,
alone.
actually, he was doing some bad things behind the scenes, and they finally caught him. That's what it was.
Yeah, some government corruption happening behind the scenes that we don't really actually get that much explanation about. It's just all done behind the scenes, and it happens within the course of like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So really, just the whole bombing thing, because of the Secretary of Defense, that was just for the extra climax for the ending, because it really doesn't leave any story significance.
You can rest easy. Meryl's fine.
Yep.
Really? Thanks. Thank you, Snake. Snake.
Um,
I'm sorry I kept a lot of things from you.
so...
It's okay, Colonel.
I lost my train of thought for a second. Come back, train.
Not a colonel.
Oh, that's right.
I've got a present for you.
Basically,
There's a snowmobile.
yeah,
close to
the
you.
secretary was...
Maylene saw it on the satellite photos.
He was acting out on his elf, and he was like, I'm going to order this air raid because the, you know, the Darfur chief is no longer here, and he was my friend. I'm mad.
I better not show my face around.
Not only is this a game of, like, stopping Metal Gear, this is a game of revenge for everybody, apparently.
Yeah, really.
Pretty much.
It's not too far from the truth.
Gray Fox wanted revenge against Snake. Naomi wanted revenge against Snake. Liquid wanted revenge against Snake. I think Snake has a problem with people.
And nobody
I'm
wins.
Just saying.
Just Snake. And even then, isn't really much of a victory when now we're just a walking petri dish of death.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Insurance policy. A hard copy of all of Maylene's
Oh, she did.
Oh, hey, she did what I asked her to
got
do.
that. You,
Yeah.
me, and
Now they
Maylene
got proof if anything.
Battery on these nanomachines will
Goes
run out
wrong.
soon. They won't be able to follow us.
I guess we won't meet again.
So what about that disc that Otacon took? And what or
Really?
not Otacon,
Forward to that.
Ocelot took? And where is Ocelot? Like, we saw him talking to Liquid in the
Fox died.
control room, and then he kind of just disappeared.
He kind of dipped.
In its
Yeah. Like, this is stuff that's not really that well explained in this game, but then gets better explained in future titles.
face-to-face about
It's more or less, I don't really think they had any plans at that point for Otacon after this game, and they were just kind of writing themselves into a little bit of a getaway free card if they don't want to bring Otacon back, saying, well, he just kind of went off on his own thing, or maybe now he got arrested, or who knows. Like, they could have just wrote him out in any fashion here.
You keep saying Otacon like I do, but I think you mean Ocelot.
Or Ocelot. I mean, technically, I'm not wrong with him, too. He literally just leaves.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, they could have just dropped him after this game. But then they used him again for the second one, so... They just do this with a lot of characters, usually in
Just
stories.
saved you, me, and
Yeah.
the whole world. Fought on sheer
Okay, so a little bit spoiler, because it's going to be a little bit before we get to Metal Gear Solid 2 on this channel. There's some other projects we want to get done in between. We don't, at least in my opinion on how we handle this channel, I don't like to do one game after another. If we could do something in between them, just to kind of space them out. But I love this part of the soundtrack, by the way. It goes perfectly with the scene.
Liquid
But
from Fox died. What about me?
basically the disc that Ocelot did take that Snake had gotten from Baker that had all Metal Gear's data on it,
What do you mean?
he went and sold that to the black market, and everybody kind of created their own Metal Gear. which is basically the plot of Metal Gear Solid 2, because everybody's like, hey, everybody owns their own Metal Gear now. This is bad. We need to stop this. One Metal Gear is bad enough, right?
Yeah.
So that's what happens to the disc, and kind of a little bit on the backstory of what Ocelot was doing in the meantime.
I told you before. The reason that
Liquid's dead. I mean, he can't come back, right? We don't know what happened to Meryl and Snake after this. They kind of just went their own ways, and Meryl ended up creating her own, like, anti-terrorist group. And Colonel is still Colonel. And we don't really know what happens to Naomi until, like, Metal Gear Solid 4. So everybody after this is just like, okay, that was fun. See you later. See you in the next game, kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a lot of these characters go separate ways, but reconvene later. It's, I think, at this point more implied because of how it's mission success. They really don't have a reason to stay in contact.
Yeah. You would think at least Meryl and Snake would stay in contact, though.
Yeah.
No.
Because at the end of this, they're really pushing the two together like they could be a thing for a bit, but that could just be a short-lived relationship.
Snake.
Yeah.
Whether you've been programmed or not isn't important.
But Naomi here is kind of talking about, like, DNA stuff. And talking like, yeah, you got a virus in you, Snake, but, you know, don't let that determine how you live. Just live the best you can, and when your time comes, it comes. You know, just don't have any regrets.
Today, I've always looked for a reason.
Unfortunately, not much of an answer to his question, because he was wondering if there's a timetable. Everyone else has been literal seconds to maybe minutes of coming across the Fox die, but Snake is the abnormal one that gets to live longer. Unfortunately, not as long as you would hope.
Yeah. There's not much time that passes between Metal Gear Solid 1 and Metal Gear Solid 4. And when, like, if you play the games like I do, you play them in the order they were released, like Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's a huge difference the first time you see Snake and Metal Gear Solid 4. You're like, oh my lord, this cannot be Snake. He looks like an old man now. And I'll put up a picture of what he looks like here in Metal Gear Solid 4 for reference sake. But yeah, like, there's not much time difference that passed between them.
I found this.
Oh, hey, look, our first reward.
Wait a minute. This is literally the same thing that's on my head. You just took a strap from the back.
Meryl?
A reminder of how to live.
But no, when I do the Otacon ending, I'm going to show off a couple of things with not only the stealth suit that you could get, but the bandana as well and how that works. So basically the banana.
Banana. Playing with Donkey Kong too much.
Oh, yeah. The banana suit. There's gotta be a mod that has Snake in a banana suit. Please make it happen if it doesn't exist.
The bandana, the way it works in the Metal Gear Solid series is infinite ammo. As long as you got that gun equipped, you'll have infinite ammo for it. And there's a reference to that in Metal Gear Solid 2, by the way.
Yeah.
Because Snake literally, in that game, he points to his head and he goes, infinite ammo. So. But if this was the Otacon ending, Otacon would be like, hey,
So, where to, Snake?
you can have my stealth suit.
My name is David.
I wonder where they got that name from.
Okay, so where to, Dave?
I said David. You say that again, I leave you here in the frozen tundra.
Aurora Borealis.
In my Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Will we find it?
May I see it?
We'll find it.
No.
You are.
I know we'll find it.
Hey, what are those?
Meryl kind of does something stupid here.
Caribou. To the illusions, the caribou is a symbol.
I kind of hope, like, they would have wrote out the script. She's like, look, deer. It's like, no, Meryl.
Caribou.
Yeah. Spring brings new life to everything.
Okay, yeah, they're just kind of
Time for hope.
talking about those here, but This is it.
Here a long time.
This is the last cutscene in the game that we'll get, besides the bonus cutscene at the end.
The sky,
We basically beat the game for Meryl's ending.
the caribou, and most of all, you.
Oh, that's sweet, but can we go down, Snake? I'm freezing.
Nice, isn't it?
I'm freezing my.
Alive.
You know, he
Tootie.
says that whole phrase, but if you actually know what happens between them, it's actually like, well, he said all that for nothing because we end up breaking up like a couple months later.
Yep. It's like, look, it's not you. Well, actually, it is you.
Aurora Borealis.
It's the lights, man.
It's the Northern Lights, man.
All right, so by the way, Snake is like 10 years older than Meryl. I'm just gonna put that out there. But yeah, we'll just get some random facts here, like actual facts.
Yeah, since a lot of
they
this is based off
changed this-
true events, but obviously changed to some fictional.
They changed this based on when the Twin Snakes was released, because in the original it talked about like what happened in the 90s, and then the Twin Snakes was released in 2004, so they could update it a little bit. But yeah, that was Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes. What did you guys think about it?
I like this game. I still need to go back and play the original at some point, but I do like this game. I think this game is really, really good, and I like the story. Like I know some people, and I might sound like a.
I'm a broken record when it comes to this game, so don't feel bad.
I mean, like, I hate when people are like saying, "Oh, this plot is so confusing." This is by far the most tamest one in the series. Okay?
Yep.
If you just pay attention to what's going on, you can understand what's going on in this game. I'd say it only gets more crazier with the second game. The second game, in terms of following the plot, is a lot more like, what in the world is going on? But, I don't know. Like, over the years, I've kind of like looked at like certain games like Kingdom Hearts and Metal Gear Solid, and then all these people's like, oh, these are confusing plot lines, and
no.
honestly, I think if you just sit down and like listen to what they're saying in the cutscenes, I think you'll be fine for the most part.
Yeah, and also, like, the argument, at least between those two franchises, most people really just play Kingdom Hearts for the gameplay, not necessarily the story. So if it's too convoluted, a lot of people just look past it. But with Metal Gear, that is the point of
like
the franchise.
Most of the game is the plot.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, the gameplay is like the secondary to the fiddle of the main to the plot. Plot is the main reason why you're playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless
If it
it's
doesn't
Metal Gear
click, then you
Solid
just move
5,
on.
then
That's
it's-
just how it works with pretty much any media.
Unless you're playing Metal Gear Solid 5, and that's kind of the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that game's technically unfinished. So
Yeah, it's the
But-
outlier due to a lot of issues behind the scenes.
yeah.
But other than that, I like this version. This is the version I played when I played Metal Gear Solid 1.
For the first time?
Yeah, for the first time. I really like this version, mainly because it's really good for newcomers to come in and play it.
It is the easier
it's the
version
easier
of
version.
out of the two, of the original and this version.
Yeah.
And for somebody who's not very good at these types of games, that's a plus for me, and I was able to get through it just fine. I still really like the story of the first game, but yeah, like I like this version. It is a little over the top with its
Action scenes,
Yeah.
scenes, but
You can really tell what were the fan favorite movies in the development studio when playing this.
honestly, as I get older, I find a funny charm to that. But then again, I like the '60s Godzilla movies. If that gives you any indication of how my movie tastes are, that's pretty much. There's a unique charm to this silliness of the over-the-top action sequence that make me laugh every time I see
Oh
it.
yeah, 100%. I think that was really the point they were going with when making this adaptation, because honestly, as someone who's really only played the original PS1 version looking into this one, this is a more over-the-top story. It was Silicon Knight's take on the original Metal Gear Solid's plot, because it's, for the most part, one-to-one with how you have the major like plot beats, but how they actually portray those plot beats, they really had to have a lot of fun in the studio making all this stuff. And you can tell there's a lot of passion behind it when you're watching these cutscenes, because of not only just the over-the-top nature, but just how expressive the characters are in these cutscenes. Now, to say which story is better, I would probably lean more towards the original, because the over-the-top can be distracting. So, if you prefer more streamlined story, then I would go with the original game. But if you want more quality of life for gameplay, and you don't mind having over-the-top gameplay, I would definitely recommend this version. As long as you can find a copy, because this is still, to this day, at the time of recording GameCube exclusive.
That was actually one thing I was going to say, is like, hey, Konami, whenever you release Volume 2, this game better be on that package.
Yeah,
saying,
at least just like an emulation, because we know Silicon Knights going under, that took the source code of this game with them. So I know that remaking this is probably out of the question without the code, but at least an emulated port is already a step in the right direction. And most people would be happy with that.
Put it on NSO for pizza night.
Yeah, at this point, even like Nintendo's Switch Online service would be fine.
By the way, that website is down now, so don't go look at that website.
Yeah. Some things don't age well in credits.
Very special thanks to Miyamoto. Yay!
Yeah, he was one of the people to kind of push for this version to even exist.
Yep. But on the topic of if you could actually get a physical copy of this game, if you have the extra money and you can find it, yeah, go for it. But finding it is going to be the problem. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. It with age has become more and more rare, so it goes for a pretty penny on the used market. Especially when it's one of the few GameCube games that are dual disc. So getting both discs, it's really hard.
Yeah. I got lucky getting this game because I got it when it first was released in 2004. My parents actually got it for me as a birthday gift. I'll tell more after this cutscene. This cutscene's important.
Yes, sir.
So that is Otacon. I almost said Otacon.
Yes, Otacon
is the bad guy. That is Ocelot talking to somebody.
Yes, sir. Fox Die should become activated soon. Right on schedule. Yes, sir. I recovered all of Rex's dummy warhead.
Yep, that's the disc.
No, there are no other records. They've all been
that we know of.
Base's computer. No, sir.
Thanks, Otacon, you hacker.
Is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of. Yes, Liquid is dead.
How do you
Question
know?
mark?
The inferior one was the winner after all. That's right. Until the very end, Liquid thought he was the inferior one. Of course, the other one.
Well, that's not
was
nice.
too. Yes, sir. I agree completely. It takes a well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world. Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, we don't get to hear the other guy because it's supposed to be a secret. Who?
The third one, Solidus.
Well, never mind.
Yeah, we don't hear the voice, but he almost flat out spells it out with one of the final things he says on the phone.
I understand. The surveillance will continue.
Solidus.
Yes.
The older brother of Liquid and Solid, apparently.
Goodbye, Mr. President.
And currently the president. Yep.
It was the president. Puma.
Oh, cool. Let me just
that's
type in
not
that URL /MGSTTS and oh, that's a error 404 code.
Yeah, that side is dead.
You
Unfortunately.
got the camera and the banana.
Banana.
The banana.
Ah, good. The banana we didn't think existed.
Banana.
But to finish off the story, I did get this as a... Well, first I rented it from back what was Hollywood Video back in the day, and I was like, hey, I remember playing this game, I want to play it again. Then I asked for it for my birthday, and my parents got it for me that next year for my birthday. And I still have the original case and the original disc to this day. I can't play them anymore because they're scratched to pieces from playing it all the time, but I'm just glad I still have the original casing for this because it is hard to find. So
Yeah, one of the most rare third-party games, I like to say, on the GameCube library.